Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of Andrewsfootball.com, and with the 32nd and last pick of the 2019 NFL Draft, first round, who will the New England Patriots select? Now, keep in mind, I obviously am not a Patriots fan. I was heartbroken when the Patriots beat my Chiefs in overtime to advance to the Super Bowl, but as far as NFL dynasties go, this is the greatest NFL dynasty of all time. And the reason why I call it the greatest is because it first started in 2001 when they won their first Super Bowl. Basically, their reign of dominance has stretched since 2001 till now. They've appeared in 4 out of the last 5 Super Bowls, including 3 straight. Yeah, they're 2-1, but I mean, look at the dominance they've had over just the last 5 years. But I mean, this goes back to 2001. Since 2001, this has been the team to beat in all of football. And that's extremely impressive. And until Brady and Belichick retire, they're the team to beat. I mean, they are completely the team to beat. And, you know, it's going to be a great year for the New England Patriots because currently they're favored to go back to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. And they should be. So if you're a Patriots fan, wow. Wow. Then, you know, there's been a lot of other bandwagon fans who have joined here in the last 20 years, and that's okay. It happens in all sports. But, you know, this has just been a phenomenal team. And one of the things that they've done, which is a lot different than a lot of other teams, is that nobody's safe, well, except for Tom Brady. This team is not a sentimental team. This team does not keep its players forever. This is a team that says, hey, look, you've been great. You've helped us win Super Bowls. Goodbye. And they've moved players. They've gotten draft picks. They draft players to replace players. There's been players who have signed up and said, you know, I'm going to win my ring and I'm going to be gone. There's players that, you know, get drafted by New England and they realize, hey, we're going to leave, make more money elsewhere after we win a ring or two. And that's one of the things about New England. The way they've done things is really revolutionary. A lot of other teams will keep players and their fan favorites and keep them, and then they retire. Well, the New England Patriots don't do that at all. Case in point, teams have started modeling that. Look at my Kansas City Chiefs, Justin Houston, Dee Ford, Eric Berry, all gone. You know, before this philosophy came around, players, you know, would play past their prime and retire with the team and stay with the team years after their best performance has gone. Because basically it plateaus and then it goes down. Patriots don't wait. Patriots don't wait. The only exception, of course, is Tom Brady, who may be the greatest quarterback who ever lived. Now, I don't think he's the greatest quarterback who ever lived, but can you argue that? Absolutely. Can you tell me that, you know, absolutely he's not the greatest quarterback ever lived? No, you can't really do that. Anytime you get in an argument over if Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback, you got to be like, yeah, you know, you got a good point. So anyway, I can sit here and I can talk about the Patriots and I can talk about what they've done and make this video last a couple days. But let's not do that. Let's break down who they're going to take with the 32nd pick in the draft. And if you follow the Patriots draft, they do a lot of creative things. You never know. They may not have a pick in the first round. They may have 2 picks in the first round. You don't know. I wouldn't be at all surprised if this pick is traded down, if they trade up, if they trade for a player. You really don't know. But of course, if you've been watching my videos, I don't do trades. I made my mock draft 1 through 32, no trades. So one thing I want to point out when I was looking over this roster is that one thing I noticed that really stood out to me, if you look in the secondary, the starting age was 31, and Stephen Gilmore is 28, who was the first team All-Pro. But if you've been paying attention earlier in the video, he doesn't play sentimental favorites, so there's a very good chance that even though Stephen Gilmore's playing at a high level of play right now, you know, 28, you know, you know, maybe his best year was last year. Maybe his play is going to go down. You don't know. He's not afraid to cut players in the prime of his career, and that's one of the big pluses about the New England Patriots and why they've been so great. Don't argue with the greatness. You can't do it. It's undisputed. So, when I look at the secondary, that kind of leads me to believe that that's the spot they may go ahead and consider. So this is why with the 32nd pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the player I like New England to take at 32 is Nasir Adderley out of Delaware. Notice I didn't say a position because he's listed as a safety, and technically he would be the first safety off my board all the way at 32. And there's some really, really good safeties that I really wanted to put onto the board, but I couldn't find a spot for them. It just didn't work out. And there's some players that are going to be drafted in the second round of this draft that at safety that's going to play day one, and they're going to be fantastic players. They're going to be Pro Bowl players at safety that didn't get into the first round. So please keep that in mind. But the reason why I like Nasir Adderley, and I'm not really calling him a safety, is because this is a guy who played corner and safety. He's coming into the draft as a safety. The Patriots may call him a safety, but there's a good chance he's going to play corner, a little nickel corner. They're going to use him in a variety of different ways. See, I like his versatility. That's a staple of a Bill Belichick player. Can you play more than one position? Are you tough against the run and the pass? Can you cover receivers and feel good in zone coverage? He can do all these things. He's really a multifaceted player. And this is also a guy, and I've said this multiple times in multiple videos, this is a guy who shouldn't be available at 32. Realistically, I really think Nasir Adderley's probably a top 25, 30 player. I think this is actually a good spot for him. This is a great spot. If you're Nasir Adderley, this is the perfect team for you to go to because you may play safety, you may play corner, and then when your contract's up, if you no longer want to play New England, you can say, hey, look, I'm a corner. Now, the reason why you want to say that is because corners make more in free agency than safeties. That's why I'm not calling him a safety. I'm just calling him a defensive back. He's going to play in multiple positions for the New England Patriots. Now, I do understand that the Patriots do have some second-year defensive backs. All right, I didn't leave that out. Okay, I'm fully aware that you have the McCourty brothers, of course, the twins. And then you got last year's second-round pick, which was Duke Dawson. Last year's seventh-round pick, Keon Cross, and undrafted free agent J.C. Jackson. Understand you got those three players. So I didn't lose track of that because I understand there's going to be some hardcore Patriots fans be like, no, we got all these defensive backs. As a matter of fact, ESPN thought that New England's strongest position was at defensive back. So, Dan, why do I have them taking Nasir Adderley? Because this is a guy from a small school with a ton of potential and a ton of versatility. This is a guy who plays safety. This is a guy who can play corner. And Belichick doesn't have any sentimentality. Yeah, you've played 7 years for New England. Bye. He's not going to do that. So I really think that this is a great fit. And also creates competition within the New England Patriots because they have no problem saying, hey, look, you did really good last year. You're gone next year. The New England Patriots don't have a problem doing that. So in my humble opinion, I think this is a great fit. I am aware that they have to replace Trent Brown and Gronkowski, but if you paid attention to last year's draft, they drafted Isaiah Wynn. This is a guy who I was really, really, really high on. The Patriots, and most people thought he would play guard. He was a tackle at Georgia. A lot of people thought he'd play a guard. Patriots were like, no, this guy can play tackle. And that was his plan. He was actually going to play some tackles. There's a chance that he may have even started over Trent Brown last year, tore his ACL in preseason. I think he's going to be a day one starter, an immediate I'm not going to say upgrade, but an immediate starter. So Patriots aren't going to miss a beat there. And as far as Gronk goes, if you look at his career, how often is he healthy? I mean, I can read the whole career here, but basically you're looking at a career that's, what is this, 9 years, and it's 100 starts. I mean, if you do the math, basically he misses a third of the season. I mean, the last 3 years, 11 starts, 14 starts, 6 starts. I mean, that's 31 games. All right, that's a third. So, I mean, this is a guy who hasn't been able to stay healthy. So, despite the greatness, and I'm not saying he's not great, because he is. Gronkowski is one of the greatest tight ends to ever play. He is going to be in the Hall of Fame. There's been debates at first ballot Hall of Famer. Is he not first ballot Hall of Famer? I'm not going to touch that here, but he will be in Hall of Fame someday. But this is not really as big as a hole as people may turn it out to be because they've played so much without him. Would it be great if they could find somebody to replace him? Sure, you're not going to do that. You're simply not going to do that. It'd be better if they just said, hey, look, let's just take the best player available. In my opinion, Sincere Adderley, great fit for a great team. So now that I've broke down all 32 teams in the NFL draft, wait, there's more! I'm going to still make a few more videos. I still got the Browns. I got the Bears. I got the Cowboys. And I got the Saints. I'm going to break down what these 4 teams will do in the 2019 draft. So I got 4 more videos. So look, if you're a fan of Andrews Football and you've already subscribed, you already know you're one of the greatest people on planet Earth. But if you're new to Andrews Football, or you're a New England Patriots fan, or you're just a fan of the NFL draft, or a fan of NFL mock drafts, or a fan of really awesome hats, I got this really great idea. Check out this button. Look down here. Look. Here it is. Bam! Hit that button. Become one of the greatest people on planet Earth. Wait till tomorrow. I'm going to break down the Cleveland Browns and what they're going to do in the 2019 NFL Draft. I'll still see you tomorrow.